What is up, precocious Python people? It's May 19th, 2026, and this is, I think, the 7th episode of Cold Blooded After Dark. As you can see tonight, I'm all by myself on the host side. Rafi's off in China somewhere negotiating a trade deal for chicken gizzards or something. He can't make it. Other co-host, she's down and out. So it's just me tonight. I'm pulling the weight for everybody. I can probably get it done. We'll see. You guys can be the judges. Tonight is the first episode in a lineup that I'm doing, which is New Breeder Perspective. So I've got a whole host of folks that are willing to come on the show that are all new breeders, that are pretty much unknown in the reptile industry, in the hobby, and they're willing to talk about their perspectives today. First guy we got on our series is John Thomas, guy with two first names. He runs the breeder company or hobby Obsidian Kings. He's got some cool things that he's working on, and we're going to sit here and we're going to get to know him tonight and let him tell us about his perspectives on things and what he's got planned for the future. And you guys can see him for the first time, and I get to take credit for saying, yeah, I was the guy that gave him the big shot on our massive podcast that right now we've got 4 people watching. And he blows up 5 years, 10 years, and he's the biggest thing since sliced bread. So that's what's going to happen now. Bring him on the stage. Everybody say hello to Mr. John Thomas. JT, what's going on, man?
How you doing, Travis? Nice to meet you. Everybody that's out there, my name is John. I'm the owner of Obsidian Kings. And this is Nala, my Obana Burmese. She's going to be doing this with us. And hope you enjoy the show.
Right on, JT. So appreciate you coming on. Give us a little bit of background about yourself. What do you do as a day job? These are the basic questions, right? How did you get into reptile? What's with Obsidian Kings? Where did that name come from? And, tell us your motivation.
So during the day, I work at a hospital.
Okay.
Pushing patients, bossing people around, things I'm good at. Honestly, I love it. Now, Obsidian King, I originally was going to do this with a friend of mine, which is why you got the SR Kings. But life happens. Yeah. Now I'm currently a one-man army, and it's tough. And it's really tough. But I have Travis, Amber. I got so many people who's helping me with this that I can sleep better. The reason why I chose Obsidian is because I love all black snakes. Right. I love them. Most of the snakes I own and most of my big projects I'm planning on doing are black base. Okay. But then Obsidian, a lot of people don't know, is the stone Obsidian comes in multiple of colors. So once I master the all black, I do want to branch out into more of the Obsidian colorations. So
okay, so you're gonna mix and match. So we'll get into that for strategy moving on here. So you've been doing this for how long? You said?
I've been doing this for 2 years.
2 years now. What made you decide to get into it? You're a young guy, so you got tons of time ahead of you, which is great.
So the way I got into this was my mentor posted on a website that, hey, I have Savannah monitors. Who want one? Raised my hand. I went. Me and him started talking. Boom, 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 and we met at 2:00 in the morning at a Dunkin' Donuts. And so I pull in my little Jeep Cherokee. He gets out the car. He's like, motherfucker, perfect. I said, I don't know. I'm like, what's good? I got my hands up. What's good? He's like, I'm gonna give you some snakes. Some snakes. No.
Snakes in the parking lot, 2:00 in the morning.
2:00 in the morning. I just want the Savannah monitor. I don't want no snakes, man. I don't like snakes. He's like, no. You're gonna take these snakes. Okay. I don't have nothing to put them in. He said, it's cool. I got a rack system ready to go for you. So that's how I got thrown into snakes.
And what were these snakes? Were these ball pythons?
Yeah, originally they were ball pythons,
Okay.
and I can remember each one of them off the dome because I still have a lot of them. It was the super stripe, the girl, proven breeder, and
Okay.
two. Then it is Mystic. She's my leopard, Mojave, Huffman, and one more. And this is her first breeding season completely. She never
Okay.
been much, but this is her first time, and she did wonderful. I was so proud of her. And then he gave me a blackhead razor that was oily black. Yeah, yeah,
Wow, those are pretty decent snakes for somebody to get into you in the parking lot.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. It was such a weird experience too,
Yeah.
and to find out that's common, which is crazy. I've been talking to a lot of different people, and to find out deals at 2 o'clock with reptiles are a thing. I didn't know. I didn't know. But 2 years later, I have a nice collection, um, and I'm loving every second of it. I hate it a little bit, but I can't get enough of it. As you can see, I got
Yeah.
Nala wrapped around my hair, like the queen she is. Like I'm sorry, not the queen, the princess she is, and I love it. I can't get enough of it. You know.
No, that's
Um,
awesome. So you said initially you didn't like snakes.
no.
So tell me about that night where you took those snakes and then getting them home and then having to deal with something that you didn't like or maybe you were scared of or whatever. How
So
did they grow on you?
actually, the funniest thing happened. He put them in a tote for me. I put it in the back of the car. I'm driving, and I hear a pop noise. I'm thinking it's my car. I get home, one got out. And when I tell you my anxiety shot through the roof, I was terrified. I'm going through it. I'm going through the car. I'm looking for the one, and of course it has to be the mean one, the super stripe. I'm going. I find it going at me. I'm shaking because I'm not scared of it. I'm shaking like a leaf. And I called a friend of mine. He said, "You're on your own, brother, man." So imagine somebody. And at that time I was 360. I was a big guy.
Yeah.
Trying to angle myself in such a bad way to reach in and grab a snake that does not want to be grabbed.
Yeah.
And did I get bit? Yes. Did I get bit and wrapped? Yes. But after that, it was just uphill motion. I found out I wasn't as scared. They're not as bad. When they bite, does it hurt? Yeah, but it's low key. I'm an
You got
adrenaline.
you got the worst part out of the way right out the gate.
Yeah, getting bit was it was so bad. I thought I was gonna die. I'm not gonna lie. I thought this is how it would end, getting bit by a ball python. But since then, I've been bit by 10-foot boas,
Yeah.
20-foot retics. I've been bit by
No.
everything, so I don't mind now. So
Nice.
yeah,
And then here you are 2 years later. What is Obsidian Kings? What's the strategy? What are you working on? What are your goals? Where are you at now with the snakes? Because you've got ball pythons, you've got Burmese pythons, and you got retics too, right? I think.
I got 2 retics. I'm about to get a third one. I got a Burmese that just got her 12-foot enclosure. Um, I got a possible dwarf Burmese as well. I'm not 100% sure about that. I mean, it's probably a percentage, but he's very small for his size. He's about 7 feet 5 years. So
5 years and 7 feet.
yeah.
Okay.
So the previous owner dropped him off at my house. So I'm little on the fence on that one. But regardless, I got a beautiful Burmese, and I also have 3 cat eaters actually.
No
Some
kidding. I
hybrid.
didn't know you had the hybrids.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. The cat eaters are giving me a run for my money.
Well, yeah, you got that rock python in there.
And I never knew Rock was so skittish. They're scared of their own shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love them. I love the adrenaline. I love that. Almost got me. You know.
You love dodging them trying to bite your face off. That's what
Yeah.
I'm gathering there. Okay.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
See, I'm old. I don't want to have to move that fast. So that's another reason why I won't get into monitors either. I don't want anything to chase me around the room.
Why not?
You know
That's fun. It's gonna keep you alive. You're gonna, because you got that bad hip, that might stretch it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, I got plenty of other things keeping me alive yeah. But violence is, it's either yours or my love language. I don't know. It's probably both of ours to an extent. We do. I think we agree that some level of violence is necessary.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you don't want to be chased around by anything. Slow snakes, all for me. Slow, fat snakes. I'll take them every day of the week.
You're missing out.
All right. So let's talk about your plans for the big snakes.
Okay.
Are you a collector? Are you collecting them because you love them? Do you have a plan to breed? If you do, what does that look like? So
my goal really is to make bat eaters at some point.
Okay.
Bat eaters, burn balls. And honestly, I never really wanted large snakes. They kind of were just thrown at me. But I'm slowly learning about them as well.
Yeah.
So I got big enclosures. I've got them on better feeding regiments. And everybody's doing good.
All right. So your goal is to make hybrids. So you want to do the hardest thing possible right out the gate. Because Matt did it. We can all do it, right? Because Matt said, "Hold my beer and watch this," and 56 burn balls his very first clutch.
Lucky. Oh, lucky. I think burn balls are the hardest things to make, especially when you don't have a female at that right size.
Yeah.
Like my female burn, she's massive, and I don't think.
Amber, what the heck? Oh yeah, thanks for clarifying. Yeah.
And actually, Amber is right. My main, other than the hybrids, my main goal is obsidian balls with different patterns, and doing pies as well. Pied obsidian with the dark black with the white. Some people call them pandas.
Yeah.
But they look so nice, especially when you add a little bit of the mystic in it, morph in it.
Okay.
To really make it, or the GHI to make that shine to it. So I got, like I said, I got big goals, big plans. I just got 2 super mahoganies. So we're on a good track. Hopefully this time next year, I'll be ready. I'll have some eggs ready to go.
All right. So I got you. You love the black snakes. You love the dark matter, all that good stuff. But I'm a little confused about something because there's something's not quite adding up here, JT. Well, you got an albino snake on your head. Last I checked, there ain't nothing black about that, no matter what you pair it with.
Yeah.
So what's the story about this specific snake? Because I don't think she fits in your breeding plan.
So she's not. She's actually not ever going to be bred. That's my main goal, is never breeding her, because she had a tough life. Her previous owner broke her jaw, taped it up because she's a hissy baby. She's a baby bird. They're very vocal. They're very striky, especially if you're not handling them properly. Because of the tape and everything, she most likely blind in one eye, and she's slowly getting used to being around people. As you can see, this is months of just constant handling, giving her space, not being like, she bit me a few times and I never freaked out, and she slowly started building trust, and now here we are.
that makes me want to get a man bun for my dwarf berm. That's a complete jerk.
I mean, are you able to do that? Are you able to grow that hair
Am I able to grow it? I can grow it down the back probably. I
on
mean,
the
I'm
back?
I'm starting to get thin up here on the
Woo!
top. It's
Okay, I
it's
see
it's
you.
going away. Don't worry, man. Your time's coming, bro. You can't stop the
Please,
clock.
please.
You can't stop the clock.
I'm not worried about that.
No, but that's good though. I mean, that really, like Amber said, that shows your absolute love for the species that you do that. So, and the chat's popping here. So let's give some of these smart asses a shout out here. We got to so thanks to Bear for stopping by. First one in the chat. Really appreciate you coming by, man. Hope your hogs are doing good. Hope your holy grails are doing good too. He's got some really cool lavender stuff. You guys want to go check that out? We got Mr. Todd Danielson here coming in, saying hi. Really appreciate it. This dude has got like top end colubrids for days. I mean,
Really?
we're talking indigos, crebos. I think he's got pines and bulls. I'm not 100% sure, but he's got eggs with veins with like 5 different colubrid species right now.
Is he in the States?
Say that again?
Is he in the States?
Yeah, I believe he's in the States. Todd, you're in the States, right? I'm pretty sure.
Todd, me because you might have something I'm looking for.
Hit him up. Hit him up. That's part of why I'm doing this. And we got Gilded Scales popping by. We've been chatting a little bit. Appreciate you coming by, man. He's got some pretty funny videos he's put up on the gram. I got a kick out of those. Go check him out. He's obviously somebody with a sense of humor. So definitely got to give him a shout out there. Watts Minor, I can't remember what your name is. I know it was something finger, but appreciate you coming by. You're becoming a familiar. And who else we got here? We got, of course, we got Choke Artist. Yep. Now that I read that, what's up, Father Muckers? Yeah. I saw what you did there. It's not how I said it in my head. And then, of course, we got Amber coming by. I think she supports everybody. That's awesome. Amber, thank you for showing up. Really appreciate it. Awesome. Who else we got here? Looks like that's it. Finger snakes. That's what it was. Yeah, Todd's in Minnesota.
Perfect. That's perfect. Todd definitely.
Amber says I can only see my own comments. So we've got this going on multiple channels. So apologies there if you can't see everybody's comments. That's why I try to put them up in the chat. Thank you, Amber. Really appreciate it. She's kind of like the mother hen of the hybrid group. She's probably mother hen in a whole bunch of groups.
Oh, absolutely.
I think she's also, like Dylan, probably in 952 chats at once. So a lot of energy there.
Got the most beautiful snakes in the world, in my opinion. And she was kind enough to give me one of her Tiger Pie. Tiger Pie's retakes. And he is gorgeous. He loves hugs. He don't ever want to let go, and he's the greatest. So I just want to make sure everybody knows this. Thank you, Amber. You're awesome.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of positivity here, a lot of support. Really appreciate the folks coming by to give you a big shout out. That's good. That's good. So we talked some about your projects, about what you're into.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about your perceptions. You've been in this for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Pros and cons. Right off the top of your head, go.
The community, especially the reptile community, is very up and down. There's a lot of bad, definitely a lot of bad, a lot of scamming, a lot of flipping, a lot of diseases running amok. And it's giving this hobby a bad name. A lot of people that shouldn't own reptiles in general or getting their hands on them when they really shouldn't. A lot of people buying animals when they have no way of taking care of them or themselves.
Right.
Just it's is not for the soft-hearted, honestly.
Right.
And when I first started, I was very trusting. I trusted the people, especially people who live around me, and I've been burnt a lot by them. I've lost a couple $1,000s on just trusting the wrong people. And honestly, it's no one to blame but myself. And I've been lucky enough not to have any snakes with any type of diseases, especially endo and stuff like that. But I can tell stories of people who whole collection got wiped out because of it, because they're not taking the proper steps.
Yeah.
My other biggest thing is everybody wants to have an opinion.
Yeah.
Without really understanding the full picture of what is going on. It's like me, I posted a video of my snakes in their enclosures, not knowing that I would get so much hate because of it.
Right.
And when I tell you,
on Facebook,
Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. And instead of just asking, hey, why are they in X, Y, and Z? Why aren't they on Substrate? I would have been able to tell them, like, hey, I just got a collection of snakes that was dropped off my porch that have mites. And because I wasn't aware of that, when I opened the enclosures, opened the totes and stuff like that, I'm real anal about being clean. Now everybody is on paper towels,
right.
clean stuff because of that. And it's, again, because no one wants to just ask questions. The first thing they do is, you're bad at this. You should be ashamed of yourself. Shame on you. Which I'm glad they do, honestly. But ask questions first. Don't just jump at somebody's neck without asking questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely see the torches and the pitchforks, and it's not just the reptile community. I would say that it's it's groupthink in general. There's a reason why mobs kill people, right? I mean, your thought process drops to the lowest common denominator. I mean, that's a fact. The more people you have in a big group, the lower the thinking becomes, the more animalistic the group becomes when there's emotion takes over, right? Instead of, higher order thought processes, that kind of stuff.
And honestly, I don't even think it's that. It's just people in general just want to be part of something.
Yeah.
So when they see, oh, this person got 57 comments and everybody's bashing him on something, I want to be part of that group. They want to feel included. So again, instead of looking at the profile and seeing how I take care of my animals and stuff like that, they just read off everything else and then just feed into it because they want to feel included.
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good point. I didn't think of it that way. Yeah, I think you're onto something there. And the internet, it kind of frees you of responsibility for your comment, right? Because you can't get punched in the face as easy. So, you don't have to be as polite. That's kind of the downside. So, yeah, I mean, I think everybody in the reptile community has a story where they've been screwed over by somebody, lost money, got sick snake when they were promised the snakes were in great shape. I had similar experiences. I would say that my whole mantra is you're in a room with people, you're all breathing the same air. You got to choose which people you're going to sit next to, right? If they're exhaling nothing but negativity and just bad vibes, you got to change tables. You know what I mean? And everybody says, oh, well, it's what you make of it. That's fine. I agree with that. But you got to make those choices, right? Whether it's, how you deal with it, whether you sit there and you take it and you just ignore it, which some people are good at doing and they move on, or others just, get away from it by any means possible. So that's, everybody's got their way of dealing with it.
I comment back. And I let them know, thank you for your input. Thank you for your opinion. Thank you
Right.
for pointing something out to me. You know, kill them. My thing is knock them out with kindness. I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth and argue with you because I know that's what you really want. You want
Right.
because you want to feel like, oh yes, I got him, and you're not gonna get that from me. You're gonna get like if you ever came at me, comment on one of my posts, and you're like, you should be ashamed. Travis, thank you for your opinion. Thank you, and I leave it at that.
Yeah.
I learned that really makes them upset because I'm not giving them the reaction that they want.
Yeah. No, I think that's absolutely great. That's very wise. So if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm old. I am 29.
Oh, 29.
I'm about to be 30 in June. I got a bad hip, bad knees.
You're playing football, man. I mean, playing football. That's the shits. That's what happens.
Oh, between football and wrestling and shot put, getting hit by vehicles, fights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It has taken a toll on my body, and
yeah, you gotta live as healthy as you can, man. Live as healthy as you can because it stacks up when you get old.
Yeah,
definitely, it definitely does. So I want to go into a little bit. Yeah, he's old, right up there with us. Yeah. Call me in 20 years, bro. So I'd like to go back a little bit. Just give me as much as you care to share about how you grew up, who was influential in your childhood, what kinds of things in your childhood kind of made you who you are, because you're very kind, you're very wise, you want to take the high road. I think that's great. I think we need to have more people like that. I need to do better at that myself. I get hot-headed. And, if I don't like bullies, if I see somebody being a bully online, I have a tendency sometimes to go after them, which it doesn't do anything. I know that. But, I'm thinking, well, if they're going to make these people feel uncomfortable, then I should at least make them feel uncomfortable. But I know that's a waste of time, but nonetheless. So give me the backstory as much as you care to share.
Oh, I'm an open book. I'm the youngest of 6.
Okay.
6 kids. So I had to learn to entertain myself from a very young age, and that came from owning all different type of animals. Not really reptiles, mostly dogs, cats, birds, and stuff like that.
Right.
And I gotta give credit where credit is due, and that's my father. My father's a very calm, patient person. And he taught me that every life matters, be it a snake, be it yours, be that guy who cussed me out down the street. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what's going on in life. So you're Big John, take him to the chin and keep moving. I'm sorry, you okay? All right. And because of that, I try my best to be a nice person. Am I always good at it? No. I'm not perfect. Like you said, Travis, you're hot-headed. I'm hot-headed. I'm just better at masking it. But yeah, my dad is really the one that got me into animals. Originally it was fish tanks, fish.
Yeah.
Love fish. At one point at my own place, I had 30 fish tanks. The electrical bill killed me, but it was my passion, and that's something that me and my dad always did together. So I brought it with me when I moved out at a very young age, which sucks. But because of that, I've always had a thing for animals. So I hope my dad's watching this. I doubt it. He's a busy man. But Dad, thank you for teaching me this passion of loving everything, even the most hard-headed of things as well.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations to your dad. 100%.
But
all right. So we touched on some of the negatives. So let's talk about the positives. Give me some insight to that. What are some of the things that motivate you about the community or motivate you about this hobby. Things that have occurred that are just like, man, this is fucking awesome. I love it. Give me the details.
It's meeting all these amazing people. That, for me, that's the number one thing. Meeting you, Travis, meeting Amber, meeting Alex from Morph Militia, the retake guys that is always popping up, D&T, Owen. I've met so many people that are, in my opinion, good people. I'm not sure about other people's opinion on them, but
Right.
they never done me wrong. They have actually taught me a lot of things. The other most positive thing that I could think about is the species that's out there. Just when you think that you know of an animal, and you say that's the best animal in the world, you go on somebody's page and you find out that they have this carpet python that's black and white. That's beautiful. You know?
Right.
It's just, for me, it's the experience, it's the roller coaster. Even the negative is a positive for me, because you can't have the good without the bad.
Right.
So it makes me more appreciative of the little things. You know, I love the fact that, what's that word I'm thinking about? The care of the animals are always changing. I'm always learning something new. I love the fact that it's so much. It's so much. It's really hard for me to dial down on like specifics.
Sure.
It really have to be the people, honestly. That's probably the best. The conversation, the learning, and everything.
So you're building a good, close network. You got some folks that you trust, and you're developing some.
You need that group.
Yeah.
In this hobby, you can't do this by yourself, honestly, because that's how you get scammed. That's how you get animals that are not in good condition, as you might know. It's just finding a group of people. And the hybrid group that we both are in, I found that. Even though I say the most outrageous things sometimes, and I'm not the smartest person in that room.
Oh, you're fine, dude.
You know,
no, I think you're misidentifying just lack of experience with intelligence. I mean, you are not unintelligent at all. Don't think that way. And as far as experience goes, I mean, in my opinion, there's no gatekeepers. Everybody has the same ability to learn and pick things up. They can choose to do what they want to do with the information, and they want to grow from it, or if they want to ignore it, it's up to them. But yeah, I wouldn't sell yourself short, man. I think you got a lot. I think you got a lot on the stick. So,
listen, I'll be the first one to admit that I'm an idiot. I bite more than I could chew a lot of times, and I've bred so many different reptiles within these 2 years, but I'm still not knowledgeable. You know, like, look at you. Like you told me before. Like, this is you're kind of new into the breeding aspect, right? Yeah. Or but you know so much, and I learned so much from you. I got a mom and her clutch in the self incubating right now, thanks to you. And I would never have thought of that without you, without your help.
Well, I mean, I picked it up from somebody else, so I mean, that's how it rolls. Like Amber says, you asking questions, staying humble. I mean, that's really a big deal. I mean, arrogance keeps people from learning 100%. And yeah, like she says, know-it-alls get nowhere in life. So you keep your cup empty, and you take what you can, and you build on it. Yeah, I'm the best nerd ever. I gotta stop clicking on her comments, but I do got to click on one of hers. So this is an important question. How is dating with a house full of snakes?
Surprisingly, it's amazing. So hold on. because I shouldn't have said that so quick like that. I should have pretended like I had to think about that a little bit.
There's a lot of conclusions people are going to jump to, but go for it, man.
Yeah. My dating life has increased a little bit. Now, mind you, when I got into reptiles, I was already in a 4-year relationship.
Okay.
So when I got out, everybody was like, nobody would want to date you with a house full of snakes and stuff like that, especially Nugget, the big one. I'm like, well, we just have to see. You know, a lot of people don't know what they like until they actually are in the room with them. So at first, I will, bring people over and just not tell them, because they were in rooms that I really didn't allow people to go into. And then slowly people would just be like, what's in that room? I had it the men. They're like, oh my God, you got snakes.
Amber says that's where you do all of your OnlyFans videos.
Amber, I told you that's our secret. That's our secret. Like, you going with the sticker around the neck, that's content. But shh, I'm telling people about my business.
Yeah, Todd says the experienced keepers and breeders pay attention to those. Are those wait, hold on, let me read it. The experienced keepers, breeders to pay attention to are those that listen to everyone, no matter the experience level. I agree 100%.
I like that, Todd.
I think that somebody can come into this and within 3 months, they just see something a different way and they make a connection that others have failed to make, and boom. You know what I'm saying?
I swear.
Amber, yeah, you're going to have to share that later on another one of your podcasts. I will tell you though, it is not all money. My OnlyFans, I don't get much from it at all. I might get, $20, $30 a month. And most of my fans
pay for it?
Pay for OnlyFans? Yeah, I make $30 a month on it, but all my fans are 60, 70-year-old grandmas. So,
hey, they be loving too, big man.
Yeah. Triple X Dad Bod, Triple X. I dress up as a luchador and jump around and do stuff. So, yeah. So let's see what we got in the chat again here. Got more people. Ledka coming in. Thanks for showing up. You're new to me. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. I am Mac Dubbin. I know who that is. Thank you for coming by, Mac Dubbin. Good buddy of mine. Doing great. Working on his Volkswagens nonstop. Thank you for showing up, buddy. Appreciate it. All right. Yeah. Stop. Are you talking about me showing my toes or JT? I try not to show. I wear boots, so it must be JT. So, well, that's good. So you've got a lot of positive experiences. You've got a good network of folks that you're building up. We talked about breeding plans. Let's see so let's fast forward. Stop hinting at it. You know what? As soon as I get this thing done, I will do a video tour, and it will look, well, it'll look as best as it can, decorated by a 50-year-old dude. So, like, you see I got stars painted on my wall here. I got stripes painted on the other wall. I'm not the best at decorating things, but I sure as hell give it a shot.
You're a military man, right?
What's that?
You're a military man?
I am, yes.
Thank you for your service, man.
Oh, you bet. No problem whatsoever. So don't just be patient, Amber, for crying out loud. Okay, so let's move ahead. I want to tell me what Obsidian Kings looks like in 5 years. What are your goals? What do you want to be known for? What kind of accomplishments do you want to have under your belt? I don't know that's long-term stuff. Maybe you haven't thought about that, but give it a shot answering it anyway.
The biggest thing I really want to be known for is my ethical breeding. I hope I said that right. I want to be known as that guy that breeds healthy snakes, not malnourished, not nothing with kinks, nothing with genes that might affect, the snakes long term and stuff like that. I want to be known as that guy. If you want a dark morph, go to John. If you want that hybrid, go to John. And if John doesn't have it, John will put you in contact with somebody who can help you better.
Right.
I really want. My biggest goal is to help people. Do I think this breeding thing is for me? Yes and no. I love the breeding aspect of breeding snakes, but I've seen how a lot of negative people breed their snakes and how the toll it takes on that snake just to push out 6 eggs. It honestly breaks my heart sometimes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then you have to go in and take those eggs from that mom to put them in the incubator. It hurts a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing how uncomfortable they are, and I have my breeding females. They were all in very big racks, but when they have to roll on their stomach because they're so uncomfortable, it hurt me. It did. It really did. So if I can get over that hump, then I do see myself doing more bigger breeding. But as right now, I'm a little bit on the fence. No one, and this goes for all new breeders. Maybe I'm just a softie, but no one prepares you for what you see.
What do you mean?
You can see the snake is uncomfortable.
Right.
And I never want my animals to feel uncomfortable at any time. The mom got so many eggs that she's uncomfortable, and then she loses so much weight at the same time. My one snake, when I first started breeding her, she was at what? 2,700 point something. After she laid those eggs, she dropped down to almost a flat 1,000.
Yeah, wow.
And her stomach, no one tells you that
yeah, it's deflated
completely. All that weight is gone.
Yeah.
And right now I'm dealing with one of them that doesn't want to eat now.
Okay.
And so I had to reach out to my mentor, who, excuse my language, is an asshole, but he's good at it. He's good at it. He's really good. He's one of the biggest breeders in New Jersey. He was one of the biggest breeders in New Jersey. But I was on my hands and knees. Bro, I need your help. Like, it's been 2 weeks. She has not eaten. Like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing wrong here? And he's like, bro, relax. You're caring too much. But I can't help but to care. And he told me what to do. He said, first thing first, she needs to come out that rack. That rack smells like her eggs.
Yeah, so you got to clean all that out.
I cleaned it out, scrubbed her section, scrubbed the container, took all the substrate, and then I told him, I did that. He's like, all right, perfect. I'm coming over. I'm going to give you another rack. That girl, she can't be in the same room no more. And I said, why? He's like, because she smells the other eggs, and she's going to think those are her eggs. She needs to be in a dark room by herself. And also wash her, because those eggs, the smell of the eggs, is still gonna be on her. And literally, she's doing good now.
It's good.
I don't think my heart can take that, because
it is part of the process. If you breed reptiles, you got to figure out how you want to do things, right? Are you going to put them in the incubator? Or are you going to let them maternally incubate? And there's a recovery process, after those eggs are laid. Amber knows that. She knows what it's like to recover. So, that's part of the whole process, right?
Oh, it is. You got to give them as much. Don't get me wrong. I'm loving every second of this.
Yeah.
It's just the animal lover in me. it breaks a little bit. It really does. It really, really does. Because that poor girl, she was going through it.
Yeah.
She was going through it. But after I did everything he said, 2 days later, I gave her a African soft fur, and she took it.
Yeah.
But it just leading up to that first meal was very stressful. Whew, I can't be a dad.
No, I get it. I mean, for me, it's I think the thing that gets me is when I feed alive and they kill it and then they don't eat it. And it's not like, oh, it's wasted money or anything like that. It's like,
Right.
that rat, there's no use for that, but I know that that's how that goes.
Right.
If it's something's gonna die, I want it to be put to really, really good use.
Right. And
but that, just like, what do you do? Sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't.
Right. And I give my snakes, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of slack from the comment section, stuff like that, but I do give my snakes live and frozen thaw.
Yeah.
Because if push comes to shove and they're not getting that live, the frozen thaw, live normally does the trick. Mm-hmm. And I sell my snakes that way as well, as they eat frozen in live.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I feed both. Yeah, I try to give them a lot of most of what I give them is live because I make it. I have ASFs and mice and now quail. But I have frozen thawed rats. So I cycle them through. And it is, if I get too many weeks on a live and then I go to a frozen thawed, yeah, they don't eat it as readily. So I do have to pay attention to that.
Right.
And if they start getting, lax on the frozen thawed, then I'll try to get them frozen thawed for a while just to get them back going on it. Like right now, I've got several that didn't take frozen thawed this week.
Mm-hmm.
So that, fact of the matter is I got plenty of things to feed them, so nobody's gonna starve.
Well, them options for snakes are good. Like I don't know about you, but I can't eat the same thing every single time that I eat.
Right.
And different things have different nutritional values, and which is perfect. I believe they said that rats are more fatty than anything else. African soft furs are more lean. Chicks are good because of the feathers and stuff like that. It's just giving your snakes options to eat is, in my opinion, not chickens, quails, but giving them options is beneficial for their health.
Yeah.
I've seen people feed terrible things to their snakes. I've even fed my snakes chicken wings. Wingets and stuff like that. I did it for her. I did it for some of my ball pythons, and I had this what was it? I had this baby rock python that refused to eat anything I gave it, just refused it. It'd be live, frozen, and I was actually getting ready to start doing assist feeding. It was going about 3 months without eating. And I've only been doing this for 2 years.
Oh, so what I meant was what flavor? Was it buffalo? Was it? All right. So
how much I can't stand you sometimes.
All right. So it doesn't surprise me that Todd, the Colubrid guy, would ask this question. What are your thoughts on raising some snakes as feeders for other snakes? For me, I don't have the heart for it. I like snakes too much, but I understand it. Some snakes are designed to eat other snakes. That's just how it goes. You got to feed them the things that they're made to eat. JT, what are your thoughts?
Sadly, I'm okay with it. I'm definitely okay with it. Colubirds, a lot of colubirds are snake eaters.
Yeah.
Cobras, especially king cobras, are definitely snake eaters. And similar to how we ethically put down rats and stuff like that, we need to do the same thing for the snakes as well. If
Yeah.
that's the route that we want to go. Do I think you should put a live snake in when you're feeding it to a cobra? No, that's just prolonging the suffering.
Right.
Venom doesn't happen right away. Doesn't work right away for a lot of animals. And sorry about that. One of my retics is acting a fool right now because they know it's dinner time.
Nice.
I say go for it. As long as you do it ethically, and you put that snake out of his misery, like proper, go for it. I know breeders, big breeders, who when they have too many snakes and they don't know they don't have nothing to use them for, they just put them in bags and put them in the freezer. And you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Like, because yes, their body slows down, but they feel that they feel that cold and that suffering. You know? So am I okay with that? Yes. Do I think you need to do it the right way? Yes.
Yeah, very, very good points. Yeah, I'm okay with it too. It's just for me personally, I think it'd be too upsetting, as I like snakes too much. I don't like rodents at all, so it really does not bother me to feed the rodents to the snakes. But I do not, even though I don't like rodents, I don't like them to suffer.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that everything that you do, you should try to do it ethically. Culling is definitely a thing, for sure.
Right.
So
and
yeah, I mean,
I hate to say, but big breeders. There's one big breeder that I originally liked until I found out that they were making so many eggs that they were just tossing the babies in freezers. Supposedly.
okay.
That kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I love the content. And then that came out, I'm like, ugh, I can't get behind that.
Yeah. So that what you're describing is a representation of the snake just being a product,
right?
And no longer a living thing, and that's something that I noticed that as well. And I'm not throwing shade at anybody or being critical or anything, but for me personally, I'm pulling back on ball pythons and getting into some of the other species so that I can have fewer, so that I can have a different business model where I'm not trying to turn over a collection to, create a genetic combo. I want to actually have the same snakes for years and years and go through multiple breeding seasons with them and grow with them and grow, have them grow old with me. I mean, I'm already old, but have them catch up to me in my age. I want to be able to say, yeah, I've had this, this pair, this 2.4 for 18 years, right? And they've given me, 32 clutches, I like that longevity of a relationship. I know I'm kind of a history buff, and I really dig being able to trace back lineage, trace back history for, a long period of time. I really dig that stuff. And Amber says you keep only ASFs. They're another level. Couldn't do it with rats personally. So I have ASFs, I have mice, I have frozen thawed rats in the freezer from Fuzzy Acres, and I have quail. I just started feeding some quail this week. That went well, so I'm raising quail, and I'm going to hopefully, as kind of a side business, and I think I've mentioned this before, I'm going to have some quail that I can start to sell. So that's what I do on that one there. But yeah, I want to be able to walk in my snake room. I want to see them in enclosures, and I want to, I don't want to have rack upon rack upon rack that I've got to clean. I don't want to have 500 rodents that I've got to clean because I've got 300 snakes. That just doesn't work with me. I mean, I have ADHD as it is, so managing 60 something snakes in a collection, is still, a bit of a challenge, but fortunately, I'm pretty good with my time and my process, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I mean, we're kind of in the same thought process as far as that goes.
Yeah,
So,
I don't want, and this is one of the reasons why I'm not doing a ton of projects.
yeah,
I just want the combination, the coloration that I want. That's why like this breeding season. This breeding season, I did a lot of pet ball pythons because I'm just starting off, and I didn't want to spend my money on the really expensive ones and not get the clutches the right way. If that makes sense.
yeah. No, I got you.
So a lot of the clutches I have right now are pet grade and maybe a little bit above. You know, I'm not on Amber's level. I don't. Me and Amber is on two different tax brackets. So, and some of the morphs that I do want, I want to start off with the combinations that you need to build that.
Sure, you want to experience the process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean it's going to take 3 years before I can get the clutch I want? Yes. But just thinking about that yes, I got it. That makes me excited.
Well, that's an accomplishment. And I think that is really important in order to be a really good breeder, is to go through that specific experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that 100%. I mean, for me, so, you know, you and I are different in a number of ways. Not that I'm white and you're black. I mean, that doesn't matter. But the fact that I'm 50,
mm-hmm.
right? You're 29. I'm in a bigger tax bracket than you are. But here's the thing: if I could trade it for time,
right,
I would 100%, 1,000%. I would definitely trade that, because so if I can buy the visual, say
mm-hmm.
you have to buy the head. Well, the thing is you're going to have that experience. So by the time you're 50, your collection is going to blow mine out of the water. You know what I mean?
Maybe. That honestly, that is my goal. My goal is to, because Travis, this stays between me and you. And honestly, if you tell anybody about this, me and you gonna have a problem. But I see you as a mentor, honestly. Just because
I appreciate that.
How much help you have given me, and I know that if at any time I need your help, I know I can reach out to you. And I hope 100%. That we have that type of relationship, because my goal is to get past with your collection. I want things that you have plus some, but do it in a manner that is safe for me, my family, if I ever have one, and my animals as well. So she must be talking to you, Travis.
No, she said kid. So I'm older than she is, so it's not me. So she's giving you a snake. Look at that.
Shit. Thank you. Oh,
gotta love it. Gotta love it. Like, what's going on here?
You know, one thing I like about being chocolate is you can't see that I'm blushing right now. Amber, I can't. Thank you.
That is what I appreciate. So when I got into this, same thing. I walked in very positive, very optimistic, very open, and I got slapped hard.
Right.
You know, a lot of nasty stuff, and I didn't even know where it came from. It just flew out from nowhere, literally. And then I saw some really, really nasty stuff go down at a breeder that had some really massive life events, like life. I mean, the wife is in the hospital, right? Finances are falling, you know, crumbling around the guy and everything, and just gets hit with all this stuff at once. He basically just sends out his collection.
Yeah.
The breeder gets one of the snakes, not happy with the condition. I saw videos of it. Yeah, it looked dehydrated, but the guy got just completely eviscerated by the community. He got hate mail. You should kill yourself. You should do this. You should do that. And it's like, he's lucky he was even able to ship anything out, period, with what he was going through. But nobody stopped for a second and said, why? Like, why did this happen? You know? And so those are things that hit me hard. And so I always want to be something positive and bring, you know, like what Amber did. I think that's awesome. We should all be like that.
My mentor, who lives by me, the guy who gave me the snakes, the ball python, got me into this project. One day, me and him was talking, and I asked him, like, why did you give me these snakes? Thank you, Amber. And honestly,
I think we got a new nickname.
I like the Mr. Chocolate. Oh yeah, I like that.
I think it's done. Signed, sealed, and delivered. That's the nickname now.
Yeah. And his thing was what he told me was his mentor gave him a chance. You know, he saw the passion in his eyes, and you don't always need to make a profit. You don't always need to make a profit, but you always need to make sure that if you do give your snakes away to somebody, that they are going to a home that can take care of them. And when me and him was talking, just about the Savvy, which is a Savannah monitor, but people call it Savvy, that he seen how passionate I am about it. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but this is what came out of his mouth. And so because of that, he gave me a chance, and he's proud that he gave me that chance. And I've done the same thing. I've passed that same knowledge to other people. You know, I met somebody at an expo, and they will just blow me away with the questions, just blown me away. And I was selling a snake for $200 to $300. I said, my man, go over there. There's a guy there that's selling enclosures for snakes, not racks, but enclosures. Buy everything you need, and then come back. He went, young kid too. He went, got every supply that you need, even bought frozen rats, mice and stuff like that. Came back. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna give me a discount?" I said, "No. That's yours." What? That's yours. I said, if you ever need any advice or help with anything, reach out to me day or night, Monday to Sunday. It could be Armageddon right now. If you reach out to me, I will reply back to you. Just give me a few minutes. And I gave him a chance. And my snake is doing wonderful. I get updated pictures, and it made me feel good that I gave a snake a chance to go to a good home free of charge. The money that he would have spent buying it from me, he put it in getting the proper enclosure and everything that he needs. Now he got two. He bought another one, and he's such a good breed. He's not breeder. He's such a good owner that I'm proud of him. I'm really proud of him, and it's because I gave somebody a chance. You know. So Amber, thank you. I don't know how I could thank you more than but saying thank you. If I ever have anything that you want, let me know, please.
I think she wants your OnlyFans so that she can check out your snakes. Just kidding. All right. Well, I think that's an excellent note to wrap things up on. So this was the first episode, a series that I'm going to do on New Breeder Perspectives. JT, thanks a lot for coming on. Really appreciate it. Hey, everybody in the chat, really appreciate you coming, giving JT a shout out, supporting the show, supporting the fellow new breeder if you're new. Really, really appreciate it. Strong showing from the hybrid chat tonight. Love it, love it, love it. Until next time, everybody, thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one, as Rafi says. Take care, guys.
Thank you.